But we do begin tonight in Iran, where President Trump has another warning for the regime, telling them to, quote, get smart soon. According to reports, U.S. Central Command has planned a short and powerful wave of strikes on Iran to break the negotiation deadlock. And tonight, it is not clear that any such attack is even necessary. As it stands, the U.S. blockade is sending panic throughout Iran's ranks. And today, the 42nd commercial vessel was redirected after attempting to violate our blockade. Iran has no ability to import. They have no ability to export. Its economy is now in ruins. The money is gone. Basic resources are scarce. Oil is now piling up. They may have to cap their oil wells. In fact, Iran just dusted off another ancient, rusty old tanker in order to store more oil. But if you need more evidence of the blockade's success, just take a look at what Iran's leaders are now saying. They are now threatening, quote, unprecedented military action if the blockade continues. Of course, Donald Trump, he would be undeterred at the moment. Take a look.
Well, the blockade is genius, okay? The blockade has been 100% foolproof. It shows how good our Navy is, I can tell you that. Nobody's going to play games. We have the greatest military in the world, and I built much of it during my first term, and we've been building it since. And the greatest anywhere in the world. Time we want to see a piece of paper, we're doing it telephonically, and it's very nice. I make a call, or I have my people make a call, and you know the answer. I always like face-to-face. I consider it better. But when you have to fly 18 hours every time you want to have a meeting, and you know what the meeting's all about, and you know they're going to give you a piece of paper that you don't like before you even leave, it's ridiculous. They've come a long way. The question is whether or not they're going to go far enough. So at this moment, there will never be a deal unless they agree that there will be no nuclear weapons.
Now, who knows what the fourth-tier leadership in Iran will ultimately do? They are radical, religious extremists, and their entire lives have centered around hating America, hating Israel. But we do know one thing for sure. This entire operation has already been a historic success. We're only 2 months in, no boots on the ground, currently no actual fighting. But if you listen to the Democrats and the legacy media mob and the isolationists, well, you would think that we were in Vietnam all over again. Today on Capitol Hill, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth forcefully responding to a lot of the smear and slander that is out there. Take a look.
I hope you appreciate how reckless it is. When I said reckless, feckless, and defeatist of congressional Democrats at the beginning, that came after watching you say the same thing on CNN this morning, a quagmire. My generation served in a quagmire in Iraq and Afghanistan, years and years of nebulous missions and utopian nation building that led us to nothing. What we have right now, front and nuclear Iran, and you call it a quagmire, handing propaganda to our enemies, shame on you for that statement. And statements like that are reckless to our troops. Don't say I support the troops on one hand, and then a 2-month mission is a quagmire. That's a false equivalation. Who are you cheering for here? Who are you pulling for?
When there are American lives on the line overseas, elected Democrats, they should owe it to their country to be honest and at the very least, root for America to win. Do they really want a nuclear-armed Iran? It always comes down to that question. Is that a risk that they're willing to take, handing off that country to their kids, their grandkids? Why? Because they hate Donald Trump that much? Trump derangement syndrome is a mental illness, and unfortunately, I fear there's no cure for it. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.
Assassination attempt investigation. New details have emerged regarding the third assassination attempt on Donald Trump during the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Photos of the suspect, Cole Allen, in a hotel room have been released, and investigators are analyzing his spending patterns and a discovered manifesto. James Comey indicted. Former FBI Director James Comey has surrendered to authorities following a bombshell indictment charging him with making threats against President Trump. Middle East tensions. President Trump has warned